Crew, still on the hooks, are we? Absolutely. Let's take on the last episode, we took a look at throwing that elbow hook. Now, we can throw that elbow hook as a choice, or we can have it as a follow-up, as a miss, or we can miss with the hook and have the elbow come into play. Which means if we've already got good elbow form, a hook form, which we're going to assume out of any of the variations we've given you, and usually those are going to fall back and forth between your hammer hooks or your crunch hooks or some variation thereof. When we're throwing hooks, sometimes we miss with them, right? We don't want to miss because fighting takes energy, and every missed shot eats up some energy, but still you want to be throwing. If we miss with the hook, we want to follow up with something immediate. Usually it's going to be off that rear hand shot, or unless we're throwing the crunch hook, which allows us to double up off the lead hand. But sometimes as you throw that hook, someone's crashing the gate, which means we're facing on, I throw that hook on, and you bobbed out of the way, and I'm missing my hook, and then you come in right back in immediately. Well, if I can exploit that energy and let the elbow follow up for me. It's kind of tough to read on the bag, but here you have to purposely miss, which means throw that hook maybe just enough where it's gliding off, and then allow yourself to lean in and let the elbow do cutting at the very end of it. So you'll see it's kind of a pull and then lean a little bit. Rear hand comes up for defensive play, as we already talked about in the elbow hook. As soon as it goes from if I'm in boxing range and throwing, my hands are in boxing position, but as soon as it flows to the elbow range, I got to make sure my defensive hand, my defensive thoughts fly back and forth from the elbow to the boxing, and make sure no lagging step occurs there.